As we enter week 15, semi-final week of the fantasy playoffs, if you're looking for a quarterback, make a consideration for Nick Mullens of the 49ers. Just 2 weeks ago against Buffalo, he had 27.8 fantasy points. And this week, he faces the Dallas Cowboys, who have a very, very weak secondary. And if they need to throw the ball, he should have consistent success, even if Deebo Samuel misses the game with a hamstring injury. And at running back, look, we may need a running back this late in the season. Zack Moss of the Bills should be considered. Now, in week 13, he was benched for fumbling on the first series of the game, and he played very sparingly. But in 2 of the last 3 games, including week 14, he handled 60% of the snap share to 40% for Devin Singletary, and he had 13 carries last week. Now, Zack Moss faces a Denver defense that has been decimated by injuries in their front 7 over the course of the season, and they are a weak team against the run. Moss has a real opportunity to come through with a strong fantasy performance. And at wide receiver, we'll stick with the 49ers theme. It looked like Deebo Samuel's hamstring injury may have been significant. Should he be ruled out and miss this game? Kendrick Bourne is a player to consider. He's seen an average of 7.5 targets over his last 5 games, and he faces the Dallas Cowboys, just like I said with Nick Mullens, same game here. But if he's going to see that type of target volume, the opportunity for a good game is definitely in his range of outcomes. And finally, if you're streaming tight end week to week and just hoping for something to click, take a look at Gerald Everett of the Rams. He's out-targeted Tyler Higbee 17-14 over the last 4 weeks, and he draws the New York Jets defense, who have allowed the most fantasy points to opposing tight ends this season. Yes, he has a floor, but with Everett's athleticism, a big play is always on the board, and there could be worse streamers than Gerald Everett.